Okay, welcome to this series. In this series, I'm going to teach you how to create a pop-up for your web page. All right, so quickly, this is I have a folder here I have created already. So let me just open this folder. So inside this folder, I have three different text file, which is my CSS, my HTML, and my JS, my JavaScript file. So quickly, I will just have to minimize this and go straight to our Visual Studio Code here. So here already I have the basic head HTML syntax here. So you can get this by pressing Shift and 1, then you hit enter to get this. So I have also linked my JavaScript file with my HTML here. So I've also linked the CSS here. Should in case you don't know how to do this, you can refer yourself back to our previous video to be able to do this. So inside the title, you see I have professional pop-up exercise. So now I will just go straight and start writing a basic HTML structure for the pop-up. So here, let me go, I click enter. So here I will just say button. So here I'm going to give this button an ID. I will give it an ID. Then in this ID, I'm going to call it pop-up. Then I will say hyphen, then trigger. So that's the name I'm going to give this button. So now I can come down here, or let me also add a class to this button. So I said the class has to be btn and also btn primary. Yes, so that's what I'm going to call this. So now I can hit enter. Then in between this button, I'm just going to say open button. Yes, so we can easily remember. Let me use small letters. Open button. So that's what I'm going to put there. So quickly, I will go again and create another 1 minute. Sorry. I'll go again here and I will comment here. Let me just comment here. So here I will say pop-up container. So I will just say pop-up container here. So we will have an idea of what we are doing. So now, after this comment, I will come down and say I create a div, and this div I will use a div ID. So the ID has to be pop-up container. Yes, since that's the name at the top. So here inside the pop-up container div, I will also have a class. Let me quickly also add a class to this. So I will add a class here, and this class I'm going to call it pop-up. Then I will say container. Yes, let me give it this as pop-up container for the class also. So in between the div, I'm going to hit enter, and then I will create another div class here, and here I'm going to call this div class close pop-up, or maybe I just call it, let me just call it pop-up. Yes, pop-up. Yes. Now in between this pop-up div, I'm going to hit enter, come down a bit and create a header for this pop-up. So I will just say header. So this header class, I will name the class pop-up header, pop-up and header, so we can easily remember what we are creating there. Then inside this pop-up header, I will just go ahead and put h1 here, or maybe let's use h2, heading tag 2, so it will not be too big. So h2, inside here I will say explore for more. Beautiful. So after that, I'm going to go down, hit enter, and add a button again. So this button ID is going to be close pop-up, close pop-up, yes. Then the close pop-up also will have a class for itself, and the class is going to be close hyphen btn. Then I will now come here and say hash this and here, and then I will times this, and then I use this. So now that is that. So here, after the header, now I can quickly, immediately after the header, I will just come and create another div class. Let me scroll down a bit so that we can see what we are doing. I'll create another div class, and let me just say div. Then the div needs a class name, and the class name is pop up, then body. Then after this pop up body, I will hit enter here and add a paragraph P to it. Inside the paragraph, I'll say sign up. This is just my own message. You can add anything you like. Sign up for a professional coding slash programming lesson. It doesn't matter, like I said, you can use any other message apart from what I'm using. So after the div, I will hit enter. Here again, I'm going to simply, I will just create a simple header, footer for this pop-up. So I will just say footer. Inside this footer, I give the footer a class name, and the class name has to be pop up footer. So I'm going to use this name, so the initial will match the name. So here I'll add a button, and also I give this button an ID, and I said this ID is cancel hyphen btn. So after then the button also, I will give the button the ID a class name, and the class name has to be btn, then space, then another btn hyphen and secondary. I already have a btn for primary, so now I have a btn for secondary. So now inside here I will have cancel. Beautiful. Since is the btn is cancel btn, so now it close there. So I have to, after this closing, I will have to hit enter again, hit enter once more, and call another button class and add it an ID, and I will say this one is for confirm btn. Then after the btn, I will also create a class and call the class, probably I call the class btn also. Then I will say this is btn for the primary, since I have btn primary already. So here I will put inside here that this btn is to confirm, then it closes. So now after the footer closes and everything, so now we have to save this for 1 minute and minimize this, and quickly I will just open my project folder, then go to this one that has the icon of Microsoft Edge browser. So I will just quickly double click on this so we can see what we have done so far. So let's see what comes up. Beautiful. So now you see we have the button here, we have the X here for the hash, and we have explore for more, the h2 we created, and the paragraph for sign up for a new lesson. We have a button that says confirm. We also have a button that says cancel. So in the next session of the class, I'm going to teach you how to write some basic style to these elements so that they will look beautiful and good looking. Thank you for watching this session. We're waiting and hoping to see you in the next video. Thank you.